Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action. On 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Here's Mourning and the dunk by Mourning.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Towns with the steal. To the inside. Here's Love. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Back to Mourning. And the layup's good off the glass. Mourning's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Check out Mourning inside, where he operates with such confidence. This close in, he knows he's got the shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Kicks it out to Jones. Charlotte moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. For 3, Edwards. Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the quickness of Eddie Jones there, creating difficulties for this defense.
Good on both.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
And Towns gets it to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Back to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And we all know Walker can score, but he's also terrific at finding his teammates. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Johnson. And the rejection by Towns. Outside Edwards. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Eddie Jones.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat him. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity. Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Outside Edwards. The 3. Rebound by Johnson. The Hornets with the lead. Here's Walker. Gazelle grabs the miss. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
Back to Mourning. Inside. And the dunk by Towns.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Now here's Walker. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle. There's Mourning. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 3. Down low. And Mourning sends it back.
And we know Mourning excels at finding these shot blocking opportunities. It's like he sees the shot coming.
And here's Edwards from the arc. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Now here's Johnson. Outside, Davis. Up top, Bogues. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Timberwolves making a change here. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Cassell. And he gets the bucket.
Oh, agile play from Cassell down low. Finding a high percentage look there.
Pass to Divac. Now Bogues. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. To the paint. Here's Garnett. That falls. Great assist by Sam Cassell.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They're firing on all cylinders, executing the game plan coming in.
Here's Wallace. No good on the last second attempt there. And after just one quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Timberwolves lead by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
And the call will be against Gerald Waltz. That's his first foul. For 3, Edwards. The Hornets pull it in. Pass to Divac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Edwards completes the break.
Oh, great work by Edwards to get up court in a hurry and get himself a bucket. Can't let those fast break opportunities get away.
Pass to Coleman. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Out left to the wing. Takes the 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Back to Edwards. Here's the 3. Edwards drills the 3.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you. Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that one's good. Towns.
And how about the confidence right there? Towns feeling like he can shoot whenever and wherever he wants.
Jacks up a 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Here's Marbury. Scoreless thus far. Outside Butler. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
Not many guys with Butler's build have his skill set inside.
To the inside. And the dunk by Mourning.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Ball with the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so it's Charlotte with it, trailing by 10. Out to the right wing. Coleman. Knocked loose. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Garnett. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Marbury. Still yet to score. Here's Leitner. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the D has got to pay more attention to Leitner, especially when he's roaming around the basket.
Right side Jones. Pass to Mourning. Outside Walker. Just 4 to shoot. The kick out to Ball. Jones next for 2. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. Here's Butler. And Butler running the floor.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
Lets it go with a 3. Hornets trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. For 3, Edwards. Inside. Back to Walker. Down low. Mourning's shot is good. Mourning's got 10 points in the game.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Outside Edwards. Edwards on the bounce. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
Oh, impressive drive there by Edwards. Mixing it up with the D to draw the foul while in the act.
Johnson outside. Back to Mourning. Shoots over Towns. And so it's Minnesota up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Marbury. He has yet to score. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Timberwolves. Inside, here's Mourning, and the dunk by Mourning.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Mourning. Outside, Jones. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Rice, no good. Timberwolves leading by 14. Here's Gugliotta, and he banks in the layup.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Now here's Edwards. Alonzo Mourning unable to get his shot to go. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And then Johnson with the dunk.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Up top, Walker. Right side, Jones. To the middle. Here's Mourning. And Mourning throws it down.
Smart pass by Jones. He didn't have the shot, and great job moving the ball.
Towns, the screen. To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent. And that's how you do it in transition. Get the ball ahead and let your finishers do the rest.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Alonzo Mourning unable to get his shot to go. After Marbury. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Towns. It's all in by Alonzo Mourning. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Minnesota calls timeout. So both teams changing it up here. Timberwolves leading by 13. Three-pointer, Butler. And it's Mourning with the rebound. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Rice. Good on the three-point shot. Rice has got 7 points.
And you got to get out on Rice because he will make you pay from deep.
Garnett with it. He's picked up by Walker. And here's the fast break. Here's Bones. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
And it's Wiggins missing. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 13-5 run. It's stolen by Garnett. Attacking Garnett. Kicks it out to Wiggins. That's good. And so Garnett with the assists. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Walker looks for Mourning, gets it to him. Can't connect from short range. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Hornets trail by 11. Here's Mourning. Love grabs the board. Garnett just attacking the rim.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Love gets it to go. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Lets it go from deep, and that's good. Kevin Love for three. Love's got 5 points in the quarter.
Playing at the 4 or the 5, Love's outside shooting helps provide the spacing, makes him so valuable to your offense.
Pass to Marbury. Beyond the arc. Lonzo Mourning grabs the miss. And that one's good by Davis.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Cassell gets the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
The Hornets call time. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Hornets was getting across in their huddle. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Timeout called, Timberwolves. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Towns in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Towns has got 21.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one. Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And it's Davis with the ball for the Hornets, trailing by 17. Now Jones. Outside Davis. Here's Brown. And the rejection by Towns.
And great reach and determination from the big fella. This is why Towns gets so many blocks. And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
From the arc. And it's Rice with the rebound.
It's just not his night from the three. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. To the wing right side. Releases. And again, the Hornets missing. Timberwolves leading by 19. Pass to Towns. On the wing, Wiggins. Timberwolves passing it around. And here's Edwards from the arc. .122 left to play in the final quarter. He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Hey, yo, right here.
And here is Serbiak. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Brown. It's deflected. Buries the deep ball. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cassell with the shot. Can't get it to go. Now Johnson. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Brown. Clock at 6.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both. Here's Edwards. Oh, the dunk! And Davis, here we go. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Tim Legler, great.
We've got some great NBA basketball coming your way. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. And it's powered home by Towns.
The 7-footer Towns using his size to perfection down low. Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Towns on a screen. Here's Brunson. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last. Brunson with it. Now guarded by Duren. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night. It looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
Duren, no good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. And Anunoby gets it to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Shot to stop the run. Sends it home from three-point land.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Bridges on the attack. New York working the ball around now. Towns can't get it to go. And here's Detroit. Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
There's the drive. And it's Brunson missing. Pass to Cunningham. Puts up a deep three. And the Pistons, another three.
Goodness, Cade was way back there. Look at him expanding his range.
Towns outside. The three. Detroit with a rebound. Harris down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. Back to Brunson. Three-pointer, Bridges. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Cunningham, right side. Shoots over Anunoby. Hart pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
And how about the hops Bridges has? Showing off some there with the slam.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
A minute 22 left in the first. Pass to Hart. Towns for three. And again, New York with the triple.
Towns takes a lot of pride in knocking down threes. He's as gifted a shooter as we have at the center position.
To the paint. Here's Duren. Over Towns. And it's New York with a rebound. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. No dice from the high post. Pistons trail up by three. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Again, the miss by Towns. And it's Detroit with the ball. There's Cunningham with the three. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Harris up top. Cunningham with the ball. And it's Anunoby picking him up. It's tipped. Pass to Robinson. And stolen by Brunson. And they're on the break.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
And that one drops.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
A nice first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for New York.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Anunoby kicks it out. Towns. Outside Hart. Takes the three. The Pistons clear it.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Holland. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the four, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
Brunson looks it over. Here he goes. Sinks that one after missing his first two attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Stewart. Yet to see a basket. Count it. Good. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Brunson assertive on the take. Three-pointer, Bridges. Knocks down the long J. Bridges has got 8 points.
Yeah, the quickness from Bridges there, looking like a guard.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. 1.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Here's Cunningham. Okay, powers it in.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Outside McBride. Pass to Yabusele. And Yabusele slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Hey, yo, right here.
Now here's Clarkson. Yabusele outside. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Pass to McBride. From outside the arc. Counted from distance. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
And that one good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Yabusele can't hit. And here are the Pistons. And he gets it to go.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Screen by Robinson. Inside. Right side McBride. Three-pointer. Goes back up. Robinson can't hit. A tight one here in Detroit. Down low. Stewart. The rebound by Yabusele. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. Count it.
Mesmerizing and stupefying the defense. Clarkson carves out space from mid-range.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Pass to Harris. Now here's Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the teardrop. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. On the wing, Clarkson. That three's off the mark. Pistons trail by 3. 1:02 left to play in the first half. Out to Thompson. He shoots a three. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Kolek. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Clarkson outside. Here's McBride. Hits a three-pointer. Now it's a 6-point New York lead.
He was licking his chops there. Got a good look.
Stewart, no good. On the wing, Clarkson. To the inside. Back to McBride. New York working the ball around now. Kolek's shot is off. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
15 seconds left in the second period. Clarkson for three. And it's Harris with the rebound. Here's Cunningham. Drops one in from the wing. Cunningham's got 12. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Knicks. They lead by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Anunoby on the wing. From the arc. That one's good, and it's Towns with the assist. He's got 10.
Nice vision that time from Towns. And, you know, he's got that skill set.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Pistons trail by 7. Now here's LeVert. No points so far. Pass to Ivy. Down low. Here's Jenkins. Just 5 on the clock. Over Brunson. Jenkins' shot is good.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
And here's Brunson. Driving in. Towns for 3. The shot, no good. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Whoa! Cat! Unreal!
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Now Ivy. Pass to Jenkins. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Holland. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. New York leading by 7. Outside Brunson. Now Bridges. It's Bridges on the wing. Brunson with it. Back to Bridges. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Towns, that's good.
Not much you can do to stop his J when Towns gets into the rhythm.
Here's Jenkins. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jenkins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Duren, no good.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
New York shooting their first free throw in this game. The Knicks with the lead. Driving inside. Towns with the ball. And it's Robinson picking him up. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Duren. Here's Jenkins. Anunoby covering. Here's Brunson. And Brunson running the floor.
And lightning quick there. I mean, Jalen Brunson out on the break. A thing to watch.
Duren, the screen. Here's the teardrop. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. And that's 10 points for Jalen Duren.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Brunson on the drive. Wow, Brunson so quick down the lane.
Now, you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. Pistons trail up by 10. Sasser outside. Here's Ivy. No made baskets yet. Kept alive. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Pass to LeVert. Detroit moving the ball around. Now here's Sasser. Outside for LeVert. Here's Ivy. Porty grabs the board. Knicks leading by 10. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Kolek. Pass to Yabusele. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Stolen by Ivy. And so it's New York, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great shot selection. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And New York has possession. And here's Brunson. Anunoby on the wing. Puts one up from 19. Rebounded by the Pistons. And here's Ivy from the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They're leading by 8 to the middle. Towns on a screen. Brunson on the drive. Pass to Anunoby. Shot clock at 2. The shot by Towns, no good. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Oh, the range of Cunningham.
Man, that right there gives you a sense of just how quick Cunningham really is.
Outside Brunson. On the take. Towns for 3. Again, the miss by Towns. Pistons trail up by 5. Here's Holland. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And Caris LeVert is a very willing passer, somebody who's always looking to set up his teammates, actually focuses on doing that.
Brunson. Tipped. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball. Building the lead to 2 possessions, but they have to hope the miss doesn't cost them.
Duren with the bucket.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Towns on a screen. And Brunson, here we go. Oh, he cannot hit. Thompson left side. Cunningham with the ball. And it's Brunson picking him up. Here's Harris. Oh, the lead pass. Great dish.
Excellent work that time by Tobias Harris, doing a nice job in that pick and roll.
Towns on a screen. Now Brunson. Now Towns. Let's loose for 3. It's cleared away by Thompson.
It pains me to say it, but he's hurting his team right now. Apparently, he still has the green light because he's jacking it up.
Anunoby fires. Can't hit it. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up to the Pistons. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th. Harris a screen. Cunningham. He takes it in.
Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
Towns outside. Wide open. Yes, sir! Count it!
Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most.
Brunson on the drive. Outside Anunoby. Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that.
Here's Towns. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Game on the line. Towns lets nothing stand in his way.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now Towns. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
.32 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
It's not over yet.
Now Thompson takes a 3, and the 3 misses. Cunningham outside. Cunningham steps on the gas. Oh, no good on the layup. And so it's the Knicks who come.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast from Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And the basket by Jackson.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Pass to Bridges. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Got a hand on it. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. Bridges shot. Good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Pass to Siakam. Back to McConnell. Shoots over Ball. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The layup missed.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Now, here's Siakam. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Fires at the elbow. A nice shot by Nesmith. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
Nesmith. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
And the shot is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Charlotte in the lead. Here's the three. Knipple, no good. Now the Pacers with it. Here's Siakam. The shot by Nembhard and nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass the ball. Diabate. The Pacers pull it in. Knocked away. There's 1:47 left to play here in the first. Now Jackson. He's covered by Ball. And the basket by Jackson. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Hornets trail by 3. Sexton for 3. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Here's Nembhard. Lays it up off the glass. Nembhard's got 6 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And finished off by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
Sexton for 3. Pacers with the rebound. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
What a performance for Andrew Nembhard. He's been slaying for Indiana. He notched 8 points in the... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Indiana.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Pass to Furphy. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Pacers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He doesn't get the second one. Hornets trail by 13. To the paint. The shot by Sexton, no good. And a wide open look for Mathurin. Sinks the triple.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Sexton for 3. Connects from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Stolen away. Fast break. Here we go. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Mathurin. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Here's Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Pass to Mathurin. Here's Huff. In the corner, it's Nesmith. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Ball. Nesmith can't get it to go. Miller, no luck.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
And for a classic two-guard like Mathurin, you have to knock down threes with consistency.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Hornets trail by 16. And a wide open look for Siakam. And the Pacers another 3.
And that's not an easy shot for a big. Siakam showing his comfort level from anywhere.
Inside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Jackson misses. Here's Knipple. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Knipple got 5.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Knipple tight, or he'll knock those down.
And Siakam throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Sexton's shot is good.
And look, Sexton's lack of size has never prevented him from mixing it up down low.
Jackson in the corner. Now McConnell. No scoring in this one. Jackson misses. Oh, and here we go now with Miller. Nobody back. It's rebounded by Nesmith. Pacers leading by 16. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
For three, Siakam. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
Took him no time at all on that one. Miller's got 4 points this quarter.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Siakam outside. And Indiana, another 3.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's stolen by Mathurin. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Mathurin. Here's Nesmith. Outside Mathurin. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And now that's 11 points here for Benedict Mathurin. Back to Nesmith. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Indiana holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's Nembhard on the wing. Pass to Siakam. Now McConnell. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Diabate grabs the board. The 3. Knipple, no good. To the inside. Outside for Jackson. Nesmith with the ball. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And here is Nesmith. No good with the triple.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
To the middle. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Now, here's Nesmith. Over Knipple. Nesmith can't get it to go. Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Knipple's got 5 points in the quarter.
What I like about this young guy, Knipple, is that he lets his game come to him, including when he takes shots.
From 12 feet out, Pacers with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Kicks it out to Siakam. Pass to Nesmith. It's Nembhard on the wing. Indiana moving it around. Jackson misses. And so it's Paul with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Green. Down low. Here's DeLong. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson. Charlotte shooting their third free throw shot of the game. To the wing on the left. Here's Nembhard. James defending. Back to Nembhard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Nesmith. Over Green. Nesmith can't get it to go. Now Green. Still yet to score. To the middle. Outside, Sexton. He takes it in. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, once Sexton takes that first step on the drive, he's not backing off.
In the corner, it's Nesmith. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Pacers leading by 15. Here's Nesmith. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Here's Sexton. Softly drops in the floater. Sexton's got 9.
You know, Crafty just capitalizing there on the floater. Give Sexton room to shoot that shot, and he's going to take it.
To the inside. Pass to Nembhard. To the paint. Here's Nesmith. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's 6 points for Aaron Nesmith.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Pass to McConnell, and stolen by Sexton. 3 seconds left. No good at the rim. And so it's Indiana riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their feet. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Indiana leading by 15. Here's McConnell. Inside. Stolen by Knipple. Here's Diabate. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Diabate's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hornets. Down low. Here's Jackson.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Trains the three-pointer.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Indiana moving the ball around. Pass to Nembhard. To the paint. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Can't get the putback. Indiana leading by 13. Count it, good. 8 points for Aaron Nesmith. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to McConnell. And Nembhard has it in the corner. And finished off by Siakam.
And those are two loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Tries again. A shot by Diabate. No good. Here's Nembhard. Here's Nesmith. Again, Indiana. Hornets trail by 17. Bridges.
Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdowns.
Now Jackson. Outside, Siakam. Just 4 to shoot. McConnell fires. Ball with the rebound. Here's Charlotte. Knuckle with it. From deep. They shoot again. And they pick up the 2.
It doesn't take much for Knuckle to find his rhythm. And once he does, this guy goes into a scoring machine.
Wide open, but he couldn't get it to go down. Bridges drives in. Jackson with the rebound. Pacers leading by 13. Here's Siakam. Let's lose a 3. Takes it inside. And there's the dunk.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
And they go to the intentional foul. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Outside, Nembhard. Now McConnell. From outside, knocks down the 3.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Sexton misses the 3. Pacers leading by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Pacers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Pascal Siakam.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Mathurin. That one misses. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam. Mathurin. Williams with the rebound. And so here's Charlotte. It's a 13-point game.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Now Jackson. And stolen by Miller. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Had the chance on the break, but the 3 is off. And Indiana can just let the clock run down here. Now Mathurin. Launches it. So no problem for Indiana as they get
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
Now here's Brunson to the paint. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Adding the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And it's Brunson missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Porter looks it over. And the shot goes in.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Back to Hart. And Hart throws it down.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Pass to Dimon. Here's Clowney. It's Thomas on the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Dimon. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Fast break. Here comes New York. Here's Hart. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Dimon. Down low. Here's Claxton. Count it.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Anunoby for 3. Sinks the tray.
Timeout. Timeout.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Nets trail by 5. And here's Porter outside. Counted from distance. Porter's got 5 points.
Just an uncanny ability to make shots from the corner. Porter Jr. using his skill set.
Back to Brunson. New York needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Towns, no good. It's Thomas on the wing. Outside Porter. Inside. Clowney. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Here's New York. Here's Towns. Claxton with the block. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line to shoot free throws. And the Knicks making a change here. He hits the second from the line.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes. But he's a modern big man.
Knicks leading by 3. Back to Bridges. Left side Robinson. Screen by Robinson. To the inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Nick Claxton. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Knicks.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one. Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
To the middle. And a big finish by Robinson.
An efficient facilitator, Clarkson gets the ball to the right guy.
Thomas misses. The Knicks with the lead. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Shamet. Good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
To the inside. And that one's good. Sharp.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Shamet. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Pass to Porter. Left side, Williams. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. New York out in front. They're up by 3. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Here's the pick. Inside. Clowney. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Shamet. There's the triple. Clowney pulls it in. Here's Thomas for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Outside McBride. Misses the 3.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And here's Porter outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Porter's got 8.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
McBride. New York again can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game here. Here's Brooklyn. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Porter. Missed inside. New York trailing. Brunson with it. Claxton picks him up. Outside Robinson. And here's Brunson from the arc. New York again can't hit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Now Porter. Give him 8 points now. And there's a defensive 3-second call. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And Claxton throws it down.
Great job executing that inbounds play. That's got to make Coach happy.
Here's Brunson outside. Nets leading by 4. Here's Porter. And it's New York with a rebound. Shot to stop the run. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Hart pulls it in.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Back to Claxton. Off target at the rim. Knicks trail by 4. Oh, it's stolen away. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. For 3, Demon buries it from 3.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And the Knicks making a change here. Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Screen by Robinson. The kick out to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Off the mark there with a 3.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Williams misses. Knicks trail by 7. Right side Brunson. Outside Hart. Brunson penetrating. Uses the glass on the layup.
Knifing to the rim. Tenacity.
Down low. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Robinson with a steal. The finish! And Hart throws it down.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
To the paint. Here's Sharp. Good work defensively by Robinson. Knicks trail by 3. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Screen by Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
To the inside. Robinson with the block. And they get it back. It's not going to go for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Nets leading by 1. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Towns on a screen. Pass to Bridges. And here's Brunson for the lead with the drive. Shot clock at 5. The 3 ball. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets with the lead. Stolen by Bridges. Fast break. Here comes New York. On up the court. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Porter gets the bucket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Brunson taking his time here. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
He'll challenge any defender. Brunson going right after it inside.
Both free throws good from Brunson.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Clowney. And it's flushed down. A nice jam. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Hart can't hit. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. Outside Porter. Pass to Claxton. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And both free throws good for Claxton. Knicks trail by 3. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Porter. Driving in. And then Porter with the dunk.
Okay, Michael Porter. I mean, he just explodes inside and up to the rim before anyone can stop him. The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Brooklyn making some changes. Here's Traoré. Yet to see a basket. To the middle. Here's Wolf. Hart with the defensive effort. New York trailing. Pass to Towns. Williams grabs the board. Here's Traoré. And here is Williams. Takes a three. Drops in the three. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
I guess that defense thought they could live with that, and he punished them for thinking so.
Here's Traoré. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
The shot by Towns, no good. Nets leading by 6. Here's Williams. Towns with a rebound. And New York has possession. And it's Zaire Williams with a foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Brunson. Screen by Robinson. Inside. Shakes him. And a big finish by Robinson.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Second chance shot. Got it. And the Nets lead by 6.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Just a good playmaker. Brunson using the pick and roll to create offense for his team.
Outside man. Down low. Here's Sharp. Over Robinson. The Knicks pull it in. .40 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts the move on. Good D by Sharp. Brooklyn leading by 4. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And the Knicks making a change here. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Brunson with it. 4-3. That one's down for Brunson.
And I love the trust between Brunson and his guys. I mean, working so hard to set each other up.
Porter in the post. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Pass to Diawara. Clarkson for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a... And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. And he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. It's Hart on the wing. Outside Brunson. Here's Towns. Rebounded by the Nets. Fast break, Brooklyn. Pass to Porter. Three-pointer. Sinks sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Yeah, guard-like skills in a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
A quick shot there. It's off target.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss. Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Pass to Claxton. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Fires the 3. Another miss by Porter. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Towns. New York, no good that time either. Here's Thomas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Outrunning the defense. Great transition play there by Thomas.
Screen by Hart. And here's Brunson from the arc. On target from range. And that's a double-double for him now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Hart. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. To the inside. Towns. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And that's now 11 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Porter. Here's Claxton. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Now Towns. Outside Brunson. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Brooklyn leading by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. The first free throw is good. It's both from the stripe. Takes a 3. Sharp there for the rebound.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Williams. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Knicks trail by 8. Towns! And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart. You wonder if they could push this lead to double digits.
Ooh, but the way they're playing, there's no reason to think they can't.
Now Anunoby. Brunson. Oh, off target from downtown. A minute 29 left in the final quarter. Bridges pulls it down. Towns outside. Puts up the tray. Cat stretching the floor. My goodness.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Knicks trail by 5. Here's Brunson. Now Bridges. Jacks up a 3. 6 to shoot. Screen by Hart. Brunson fires. Can't hit it. This is their chance to stretch the lead, Grant.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
.41 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Thomas outside. Misses the 3. So it's the Knicks now, trailing by 5. Outside Brunson. Towns on a screen. Fires the three. Buries it from outside.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Now here's Brunson. To tie it up. The three is off. So it's a narrow victory for the Nets, pulling it out for the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard.